Hi everyone, this is Michael of Freenpro Gaming. Today we're going to be discussing Eternal Strands. The story behind it, game mechanics, the graphics, all the goodies and idiosyncrasies behind it, and some of the strengths and weaknesses. Strap in and get ready, because we're going to be reviewing Eternal Strands. Starting off with the storyline and just a little bit of the world building. Eternal Strands revolves around the main character, Warrior, on a quest to uncover the secrets of a long-lost civilization known as the Enclave. Armed with a magical cloak, the main character can manipulate elements like fire and ice and kinetic energy, which not only aids in combat but also alters the environment dynamically. Our journey involves battling colossal beasts, colossals in general, and solving environmental puzzles and exploring the rich details of the world. Overall, the narrative weaves themes of discovery, resilience, and the interplay between magic and nature. Gameplay mechanics. Eternal Strands has a very diverse gameplay and quite a few different mechanics associated to it. One being just in general elemental manipulation. The main character uses a magical cloak which allows her to control fire and ice, which are used for combat, environmental effects. Fire can burn enemies and dry out areas, while ice can slow foes and create paths by freezing water. Along with elemental manipulation, telekinesis and combat dynamics are a big effect as well. Main character can use telekinesis to manipulate objects like throwing boulders or tree trunks, turning the environment into a weapon. Real-time destruction mechanics let players shape their surrounding during battle as well. I know for me personally, I had a lot of fun throwing massive plates of armor back at the enemy and the giant colossals. That I found that was really fun in the game. Since the game's open world, I recommend also exploring and traveling around. The player can climb any surface, including cliffs and the massive bodies of the bosses. And this game encourages vertical exploration and really thrives in it. The interconnected world reacts dynamically to the main character's powers as well, rewarding you with creative exploration. I know, for instance, for me personally, I found some really interesting items throughout the game that can be addressed in the end credits. And what would this game be without the boss battles, right? The game features 9 colossal boss battles that blend action and puzzle solving. Players must climb the towering bosses to expose their weakness. This was one of the funnest things about this game. It really reminds you of the old PlayStation 2 Colossus game. Another one of the things I really enjoy about this game is the dynamic environment. This world, it evolves based off of the main character's actions, such as drying out forests or spreading wildfires with fire abilities. There are some areas which are completely frozen over that you need to use your fire abilities to get through it. And then there are some areas that are completely on fire that you need to use your ice abilities to get through. This really gives the gameplay a great dynamic when advancing through the environmental areas. Gear customization is a big factor of this game. There's a huge amount of armor that you can actually create and customize in this game, and based off of all the equipment that you get, you can make it stronger and give it different colors based off of the equipment you're forging with. Players can reforge their gear using resources gathered from battles, enchanting combat abilities, and increasing their overall strength. Overall though, some gear is better against an ice boss, some gear is better against a fire boss, right? The game comes with have some very strategic combat systems. The battles are influenced by roaming enemies and changing weather conditions, ensuring no two encounters are alike. The weather conditions are interesting on here. Obviously, there can be an ice plane, there can be more or less like a fire plane, and even like an elemental chaos plane that takes place. These weather conditions can affect actually what mobs drop. Character development and interactions. The character development interactions in Eternal Strands are really central to its narrative, depth, and player engagement. The main character really is a protagonist, undergoing significant growth, both in her abilities and her understanding of the Enclave's mysteries, right? Her personal struggles and reliance make her a relatable and compelling character. Overall, I like the main character. The main character is joined by a diverse cast and companions, each with unique backstories and motivations. One of my favorite characters is the blacksmith, and the relationship she has with another one of the companions. There's quite a bit of dynamic interactions with these characters, quite a bit of voice acting that was done in the background, which, by the way, is some of the best voice acting I've ever heard in a video game. Expressive animations and detailed facial design enhances this story a little bit, although most of the interactions with voice acting is done behind a animated kind of style, more or less a slideshow. The narrative explores themes of camaraderie, trust, and sacrifices made for more or less the greater good. These themes are reflected in the characters' actions and relationships in the game. It's really easy in this game, by the way, to find a character that you really just kind of get attached to. Not just the main character, but other dynamic characters in the game. Overall, the game seems to offer a rich tapestry of character-driven storytelling. Let me know in the comments which aspect of the character development intrigued you the most. Maybe what your favorite NPC character was in this game. The graphics and visual design of Eternal Strands are crafted to really immerse a player in a variable and dynamic world. Like I've said before, they have cel-shaded art styles. Essentially, cel-shaded art style is just the colorful and animated look that the game provides. It uses Unreal Engine 5 for its more advanced features and dynamic lighting. The environmental detail of the world is really rich and intricately detailed, from lush forests to towering cliffs. The day-night cycle also adds depth to the atmosphere, making exploration feel more immersive. The reactive world environments. This is one of the things I love about this game. The environment responds to the main character's elemental powers, such as fire spreading across grasslands and ice forming paths over water. This definitely interactively adds a layer of realism and creativity to the visuals. Also, character design. The characters are designed with expressive animations and unique outfits that really reflect that character's personalities and their role in the story. Overall, the visual design seems to strike a balance between artistic creativity and technical innovation, essentially. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about how you like this game. I know it's kind of been hit or miss when it comes to the visuals for some people, but for me, I think of it as a good fresh take on an adventure game. Now let's get into the mission and quest design. The mission and quest design in Eternal Strands is crafted to provide a balance of engaging main story missions, and intriguing side quests. The main missions, or the main storyline, is divided in acts, each with unique objects that drive the main character's journey forward. We're really not going to get into it just to avoid spoilers, but missions often blend exploration, combat, and puzzle solving, ensuring a variety of gameplay. Side quests offer opportunities to delve deeper into the lore of the Enclave and interact with secondary characters. There are boss-focused missions involving battling colossal bosses after the initial contact with the boss. And as you explore through the realm, you're going to find lore and codec entries. Completing certain quests unlock these codec entries as well that provide deeper insight into the game's lore and history overall. Really, it's flavor text which enriches the player's understanding of the Enclave and its mysteries, which there are quite a few. The quest design overall seems to offer a mix of emotional depth, strategic challenges, and rewarding exploration. Main quest was great in my opinion, had a good flow to it. Side quests were also wonderful, although they did kind of get redundant sometimes, especially when you're going after a specific piece of equipment or item. Some of the strengths and weaknesses of Eternal Strands. Really, some of the strengths come in the innovative gameplay mechanics. Like I said, elemental manipulation, telekinesis systems, which offer creative ways to interact with the environment and defeat the enemies. Boss battles are standout features in the game, blending action and puzzle solving in a way which is reminiscent to Shadows of the Colossus, for instance. The world is immersive, using that cel-shaded art style and dynamic environment. It creates a visual stunning and engaging world. Overall, the reactive world adds depth, making exploration feel really rewarding. Storyline is compelling. The narrative is enriched by themes of discovery and realization, with a focus on character-driven storytelling. Also, the customization and replayability of this game is very high. You can spend hours and hours and hours customizing your gear, customizing your weapons. Overall, there's 3 tiers of weapons, or 3 types of weapons. You have the bow, sword and shield, and greatsword. Some of the weaknesses. The side quests are considered repetitive and lack depth, serving more as time fillers in this scenario. Late in the game, character development does feel a little bit diminished, or even like one-dimensional, as you could say, especially near the end. There were also some technical issues with the Unreal Engine 5 system. Occasional stutters and mirror bugs have been reported. Also, I've had some occasional crashes from time to time as well, or frame drops. This happens oftentimes in games in general, but before some patches came out, it was pretty bad there for a while. One of the biggest things I don't really like about the game is the dialogue presentation. A lot of it's just static scenes with limited animation during dialogues, and can be and does feel underwhelming. The last weakness that I have is this game has a huge amount of environmental nodes that you can harvest from and get certain crafting equipment from, but starting off you're going to have a hard time holding all of that equipment because your bags are only so big, and you'll find yourself literally just going back within 10 minutes of traveling around because your bag will be full of equipment and crafting materials. But the game seems to excel in creativity and immersion, but could benefit from refining certain aspects. Like I said, maybe dialogue, presentation, and increasing the bag space in your inventory would be nice. Overall, let me know what you think. Let me know if you ran into a few of these bugs. Let me know what you think about my strengths that I feel this game represents, and some of the weaknesses as well. Eternal Strands by Yellow Brick Gaming stands as testimony to power of creativity, right? And innovation in the game development. With its stunning visuals, dynamic gameplay, and mechanics, and a narrative brimming with mystery and resilience, it delivers an experience that will resonate with adventurers and dreamers alike. While not without its flaws, the game offers enough depth and originality to capture players' imaginations and leave a lasting impression. Whether you're scaling towering bosses or unraveling the secrets of the Enclave, Eternal Strands invites you to embark on a journey that's equal parts challenging and really unforgettable. Overall, let me know what you think about this game. Personally, I like it, and this game has a lot of replayability, so I'll definitely be replaying it on the channel again. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Freenpro Gaming channel. Talk to you all later. Bye.